Hello, and welcome everyone to our first annual I'll Be a Monkey's Uncle Awards ceremony, brought to you by our sponsor, DinosaurDarwin.com. And now, the man atheists love to hate, the narrow mind himself, our masters of ceremony, Gene Cook Jr.
The first category for the I'll Be a Monkey's Uncle Award is the most photogenic atheist. Envelope, please. And the award goes to the Hillbilly Atheist.
I just want to thank everybody for casting their votes for me. All y'all out there in Kentucky. Just want to, I really don't know what to say. I mean, I'm up here and I know my grandma would be proud of me right now. She saw me up here accepting this award on behalf of the most photogenic. And speaking of photogenic, make sure you check out my pictures of me and my rifle at hillbillyatheist.com. And just want to, I got a song in my heart, and I want to know if I could possibly sing a song for you. Is it possible to sing a song for you? Can I sing a song? I can't sing a song. I can't sing a song.
Life is brilliant.
What? Was I too early? Oh, sorry. Do you want to start over or keep going? Okay. Now?
My life is brilliant. Your life's a joke. You're just pathetic. You're always broke. Your homemade Star Trek uniform really ain't impressing me. You're suffering from delusions of adequacy. You're pitiful. You're pitiful. You're pitiful. It's true. Never had a date that you couldn't inflate. And you smell repulsive too. What a bummer being you. Well, you just can't dance and forget romance. Everybody you know still calls you farty pants, but you'll always have a job. Well, I mean, as long as you still can work that Slurpee machine. You're pitiful. You're pitiful. You're pitiful. It's true. You're half undressed, eating chips off your chest while you're playing Halo 2. No one's classier than you. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, loser. You're pitiful. You're pitiful. You're pitiful. It's true. Your dog would much rather play fetch by itself. You still live with your mom and you're 42. guess you'll never grow a clue. Well, it just sucks to be you.
Hi, I'm Reginald Finley, the Infidel Guy. You can join me on the web at infidelguy.com. I want you to help us. Join us for the $1 Million Challenge. Essentially, it's the test to see if freethinkers from around the world can truly pull together and really donate when we need. All my atheist activist life, all I've heard is that trying to get atheists together is like herding cats. Well, I'm inviting atheists, agnostic, freethinkers, anyone who doesn't believe in mythology, I guess these modern religions are mythology, to please join us and see if we can get together. The monies received from this project will go to infidelguy.com, freethoughtmedia.com, my newest network I've created, featuring many broadcasters. And also the funds will go to various free thought organizations around the world trying to support their efforts and continuing to enlighten this world, which is something that many religious groups don't want people like us doing. On the website, you might have noticed that I put up there, can God stop us? Of course, I don't really believe in God. However, it's interesting to know, though, that if there is a God, one should wonder, why would God support me and allow me to raise $1 million? If we don't raise $1 million, some could argue that's God's will. But if we do raise $1 million, what does that mean? Does that mean that God supported the atheists, or does that mean he just didn't care? But there's no doubt in my mind, if we don't raise $1 million, they're going to say that's God's will and he stopped you. But if we do raise $1 million, he's not going to get credit. It's just man's free will, but we know how that works, right? So, but I hate to believe that we really couldn't do this. It's just 1 million free thinkers around the world just donates $1 through infidelguy.com. Let's see if we can do it. I have hundreds of thousands of listeners around the world, so I know that you might think that your dollar doesn't help, or your $5 or $100 that won't help make us get that goal. I think we can do it. And there's so much I want to do for the free thought community that I simply cannot do because of lack of funds. So let's pull together. Let's do this for the free thought community at large, around the world. We can show them that we can pull together when it counts and we can make things happen. And hopefully in the future, I'd like to do more things like this for many other tasks that we need to do, whether it be political, what have you. We need to pull together. And I think we can do it right now. So join us, infidelguy.com. You'll see the donate link on the left side of the page. Use PayPal. Don't worry, you don't need a PayPal account to donate. And you simply send us $1 or more. And let's do this. Let's meet the $1 Million Challenge. Thank you.
And the next category for our 2006 I'll Be a Monkey's Uncle Award is for the best new argument against Christianity. Envelope, please. And the award goes to the Discomfitor, a.k.a. Jay Walker, for his new argument, the cosmonautical argument against Christianity.
Thank you, everybody. I'd like to thank all the little people who made this possible for me. All the little stupid, idiotic fundies who made my job easier. I'd like to thank Yuri Gagarin, the Russian astronaut who went into space and didn't see God. Heartfelt appreciations go to John W. Loftus, the smartest man alive, the smartest atheist alive. And lastly, I'd like to thank Gene Cook for giving me this platform to express my views and to discomfit Christianity, to make a mockery of it. And all you atheists out there, I want to let you know that we're winning the war. We will win. The stupid fundies will be destroyed. They will be discomfited. Thank you. because I got funk in my shoe. Booyah.
And the next category that I have the privilege of presenting is the coveted Vanguard Award for the most innovative of all atheist broadcast and podcasting networks. Envelope, please. And the award goes to the Hillbilly Atheist for starting the Redneck Radio Network in Means, Kentucky.
Well, golly gee, I didn't expect to get this award too. Well, I just want to thank an infidel guy out there for inspiring me to start my own radio show. And if you go to the Narrow Mind Aftermath blog, you'll see a picture there of the headquarters. And you notice some wires hanging down there. There's a whole bunch of wires. There's cable wires, telephone, and my internet cable. And the reason why we got it up so high is because we wanted to make sure we got a good reception for everybody out in Kentucky and reaching all the way out here to the West Coast, affecting all atheists around the world. So, but I was made aware that the height of the headquarters really wasn't significant because internet radio doesn't work that way. But anyway, that's the picture of the headquarters, and I just want to thank everybody for their vote and the participation in making this a success. For it's over.
It's 6 a.m. Sunday morning, and you're spending it with Graham Clark.
Good morning, everybody. Well, I'm Graham Clark. It's a wonderful morning to be an atheist. The sun is shining, and God had nothing to do with it, because God doesn't exist. Yay! And a special hello to you, non-believers. Let's start the show off with a song. What do you say?
Yay! I believe in heaven. I believe in prayer.
That's just a crutch that crazy people use to save them from despair. Don't go believing all those fables running around your head. 'Cause one thing that's for certain, when you're dead, you're dead. Everybody! There is no God that made my mom. There is no God that made my dad. It was the sperm and egg colliding that made me the child they had. Well, wonderful singing, non-believers. Oh, it's time for a sermon.
Yay, Preacher Jim!
Tell us the good news, Preacher Jim.
Thank you. Look here. Now, there is no God.
Amen!
I said praise nothing.
Praise nothing!
Thank you, sister. You know, people ask me, they say, Preacher Jim. I say, huh? Why are there disasters?
Disasters!
Why are there fires?
Fires!
And do you know how I reply?
What'd you say?
I say fire comes from an oxygen-based chemical reaction. You see? People say, Preacher Jim, why do bad things happen to good people?
Well.
And you know what I say? I say, bad things don't just happen to good people. Good things happen to bad people. Good people happen to bad things. And nothing awesome happens to people, you see. That's why crap floats and gold sinks. Whoa! Now, Now, if you live your life committing evils, you're going nowhere.
Nowhere!
I said, if you live your life doing good, you're going straight to nowhere. Thank you, sister. Now, the thought I leave you with is this here. We are all beset on all sides by cosmic coincidence.
Cosmic coincidence!
That's right, that's right. It just chance, happenstance, a random collection of circumstance.
Oh, random!
Adrift on a river of chaos. I said non-believers, can I get a yeah?
Yes!
Non-believers, can I get an amen?
Oh, amen, yes!
Stand up.
Yes!
Give it to him. Bless
You
him.
know what? I have no soul! I'm going straight to
Well, thanks for nothing, Preacher Jim.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's time to go out into this meaningless world and do whatever it is you do with whatever value you choose to assign to it. Come on, let's wait.
Join us next week. Maybe it will be Sunday. Maybe Tuesday. Maybe this was our last show. Either way, we don't care if you watch or not.
This is Pastor Matt from Garden Grove, California, and I listen to The Narrow Mind.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, Gene.
Hi, I'm on air.
How will they respond under real pressure?
As with all living things, each according to his gifts.
We got a bit of a problem.
I would not remind you of that which you know so well.
You can't prove nothing.
You proceed from a false assumption.
What kind of shop are you running there, you stupid fundy?
I have no ego to bruise.
And no one in our debates has a corner on intelligence.
In any case, were I to invoke logic, logic clearly dictates.
There are stupid atheists out there.
I would not presume to debate you.
That is wise.
The triune God is able to not only save your soul in the life to come, but save your intellect in this one.
Anything else is a waste of material.
And the next category for our 2006 I'll Be a Monkey's Uncle Award is for the best use of Photoshop on an atheistic website. Drum roll, please. And this year's award goes to Buckster for his Photoshop image of the Hillbilly Atheist. Buckster couldn't be with us tonight, so on his behalf, Hillbilly Atheist is going to receive his award.
Well, man, I sure do love that music. I was about ready to break out in a two-step. But anyways, just want to come up here and accept the award on behalf of the Photoshop picture that Buckster did for me at my webpage, www.hillbillyatheist.com. Just go ahead and go and click on my photos place there, and you'll find many pictures of me in my manly belt buckles. And I'm sure you'll enjoy the one that's Photoshop with my shotgun at the Confederate Museum. But anyway, thank you for having me here. And once again, thank you for all the support. And okay, it's time to go.
And the next category is for Best Dressed Atheist of 2006. We have two nominees. The first nominee is Rook Hawkins of the Irrational Response Club for his military fatigues, fake ID card, and phony badge. The second nominee is for Reggie Finley for his double-breasted, wing-tipped shirt from Chess King with a bow tie. Envelope, please. And the winner is Reggie Finley. Unchained Radio salutes great men of genius, and today we salute you, Mr. Internet Atheist Infidel Guy.
Mr. Internet Atheist Infidel Guy.
You appeared on network television to let a pastor's wife reduce you to tears.
And you cried like a baby.
When it comes to fundraising, you put Jim Baker and Tammy Faye to shame with your $1 Million Challenge.
With your $1 Million Challenge.
You also invented the 10K fundraiser.
The 10K fundraiser.
And then you had the intuitive genius and foresight to reduce it to the 2K monthly fundraiser.
The 2K monthly fundraiser.
That's right. There's no one like you in this world. When you needed a photo for your website, you pulled out all the stops. You showed us your headshot from Glamour Shots sporting your double-breasted wingtip Chess King shirt.
Your double-breasted wingtip Chess King shirt with a bow tie.
You actually think that your grandfather was a gorilla.
And I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Mr. Internet Atheist Infidel Guy, when it comes to hating Jesus, you're the man.
You're the man.
Unchained Radio at unchainedradio.com, all rights reserved. That was our little tribute to you, Reggie.
Really? Oh, okay.
All right, well, congratulations, and we hope that you display this award prominently and proudly. The next category that I have the privilege of presenting tonight for the 2006 I'll Be a Monkey's Uncle Award is for the most embarrassing atheistic moment of 2006. Envelope, please. And the winner is Reggie Finley, a.k.a. the Infidel Guy, for his appearance on Wife Swap when he was reduced to a crying baby and he kicked the teddy bear across the room. No, you have to talk. You won the award.
I don't agree with that.
You were overwhelmingly voted for the most embarrassing moment.
Really? Oh, okay.
I'm great. It's a pleasure being here. You are narrow-minded. God gave me this brain. I will be going to hell. I think I'm a pretty decent guy. I'm an atheist. What are you talking about? Wow. No, not really.
And now our special guest star presenter, the host of Bob Morey Live, none other than Dr. Robert Morey himself.
I would like to thank all the participants, all of those who have applied for this esteemed honor. And to the audience, in order to give the following awards, first of all, let me get the envelope here. Yes. The Best Atheist Celebrity Lookalike. And the candidates are Eddie Tubosh for his impersonation of Eddie Munster of the TV series The Munster Family, and Reggie Findler, the Infidel Guy, for his impersonation of Gary Coleman in a security guard uniform at a mall. And the winner is Reggie Finley of the Infidel Guy for his portrayal of Gary Coleman in a security guard uniform at the mall. Could this be in his future?
Pleasure being here. I believe in aliens.
Really? Oh, okay.
Nothing became something, blew up and became everything, and got together, and after a while, we climbed up out of the ooze and onto the shore, and now we're living happily ever after.
Millions of years ago, on a beautiful island, in the middle of a jungle, there was a habitat teeming with life. In a small pool of water, there lived a very happy and loving family of fish. Every day in the life of this family was filled with fun, swimming in the warm, clean waters and eating plenty of fresh food. There was never a dull moment for this family. Until one dry season, when the water in their pool began to evaporate. Day by day, the water withered, and there was no sign of rain in the sky. The family was scared and panicky, as they knew that the ultimate end of their species was upon them. Just when all hope was lost, a young, healthy fish cried out for their attention. They looked over at him and saw something they had never seen before. For this fish had the genes to grow legs and walk on land. No longer would he be bound by the water, limited by its shrinking state. He was going to walk on land. And as he took his first few heroic steps on dry ground and his first breath of air, he suffocated.
Nuts.
But luckily, there was another fish with legs who also had the genes to breathe out of water. He then turned around to wave goodbye to his dying family when he was burned to death by the scorching sun. Yet another fish came along with legs and lungs, and the scales on his back were tough as stone, which no sun could scorch. He traversed the land determined to survive, but his weak eyes failed him, and he fell down a hole and died. Another fish came who was lucky enough to have been born with all the previous fish's genes. Plus, he had a gene that gave him perfect vision. He used his superior sight to find food, but no food existed on land that could be digested by his stomach, and so he starved to death. The next fish stepped up with an advantage over the others. He had a stomach fit for land food. One day, as he grazed on the fresh food, he fell victim to a larger, more fit land animal who made a meal out of him. The fish after that, along with all the previous genes, was endowed with a gene to make him larger and less eatable. He used his size to climb his way to the top of the food chain, where he lived for a long time. He lived life to the fullest and grew old. He had been naturally selected over all of his lesser-fit brothers to survive, but without a mate to help pass his genes on, the fate of his species came to an end as he lay on the ground waiting for the maggots to decompose his filthy remains. Will not another fish come and save this species? Yes. Just then, a better fish than all who preceded him came equipped with so many genes that there was nothing on dry land that could bring him down. Plus, he had a wife. So he and his wife bore children and lived for a long time. When finally, the rain began to pour again, the fish was so excited, he gathered all his children and wife and jumped into a pool, where they all drowned.
Well, maybe next evolutionary cycle. You did not evolve from a rock! God made you!
The next award goes to the most consistent atheist of the year. Envelope, please. There are two candidates for this prestigious award. Dan Barker with Freedom from Religion Foundation, the son-in-law of Sheila Thompson. He is being nominated for the most consistent atheist of the year for his statement that human beings are of no greater importance than broccoli. Next participant Ah, yes, Mark from Ohio, who has stated that Gene Cook and other theists, when they give their arguments in favor of Christianity, that we must not follow the laws of logic when they are consistent, but the laws of logic can be deleted when confronted by logically valid theistic arguments. And the winner is Dan Barker for the broccoli theory. I would hate to be his wife.
I'm glad you read so much of my book. Looks like you've been learning some things. And, I think it was great music. It was a lot of fun. The concepts are quite silly. This whole idea that you have to sacrifice an animal in order to pay for sins, which is in the Bible, similar to previous pagan mythologies of bloodletting and violence and killing in order to appease the wrath of whoever was in charge, the king or the ruler. Christianity is not reasonable. It is not rational. You cannot make something rational by simply asserting that you can presuppose that your selected worldview is by fiat rational. I could do that with the worldview of my Native American.
Now, next envelope, please. It is the Atheist Jackass of the Year Award. As I open the envelope, I can think of a number of atheists. But there's only one candidate who shines like the sun in the celestial ether. John Loftus is that candidate for his Birdman argument. And the winner is John Loftus for revealing his sublime ignorance of the issues involved.
Oh, thanks for having me on. Oh, we don't really disagree after all, now, do we? I actually flattered among all the other atheists that are out there. I want to comment on a discomforter since he's out there and he dogs my stabs. All right, the discomforter. Let me comment on him. I think there are stupid fundies out there, and that's what he calls them. And I think there are stupid atheists out there as well. Okay, so let me put that on the board. And no one in our debates has a corner on intelligence. I would gather if we took the IQs of everybody who disagreed on these issues, they would probably be rounded out. Maybe the educational levels might be different. I don't know. Some say that they are. But no one holds a corner on intelligence of that. To the effect that the discomforter points out that there are stupid atheists, but I don't take him seriously at all. He's not meant to be taken seriously. He's just to provide some laughter and as insofar as he does, it's funny, some of it. Okay, and I've never really been offended by his parodies. I'm not opposed to parody. There are things that he said that's made me laugh. I remember tuning in and just simply laughing. Okay, so I'm not opposed to that. Laughter is good, even if his arguments are all straw man type arguments. Okay. But anyone who's actually read what I've written will see that that's what he's doing. They're just straw man arguments, and I've told him what I've been opposed to.
All right, and thank you, Dr. Morey, for those presentations.
Do the chickens have large talons?
Really?
I wish you'd get out of my life and shut up.
Wow. You are narrow-minded.
Moving on to our next category, the most blatant example of the image of God welling up in man. We have one nominee. His name is John from Los Angeles. Envelope, please. And the winner, hands down, John from Los Angeles. Unfortunately, John from Los Angeles is unable to be with us tonight. But we're going to play you the clip that was first heard on The Narrow Mind that not only got John the nomination, but also the award.
All right. Well, the first page, it's really not part of the proof. It's just an invitation to the site, and I want to know if people believe that absolute truth exists or not.
Okay, so John, as you're looking at your computer here, you see 4 boxes. One says absolute truth exists. The second one says absolute truth does not exist. The third one says we cannot know if absolute truth exists. And the fourth one says I don't care if absolute truth exists. Yep. So if you had to select one of those boxes according to your worldview, which one would it be?
Oh, it's definitely we cannot know if absolute truth exists.
Okay, let's click on that box. It says we cannot know if absolute truth exists, and that's either absolutely true or that's false.
No, well, that's a loaded question.
In the Smoky Mountains, and I listen to The Narrow Mind, and I love it when you talk about the law of non-contradiction. I mean, I hate it when you talk about the law of non-contradiction, and I don't listen to The Narrow Mind and never have. In fact, I'm not talking on the phone right now because I'm here and not here at the same time, but not in the same location. And as all of God's people said, booyah.
You want a break? Knock on the warden's door. Take it up.
And the next category for our 2006 I'll Be a Monkey's Uncle Award is for the most dedicated atheist listener. We only have one nominee in this category, and his name is Master Zip, or Master Zap, Mr. Zap. We just call him Zap. Envelope, please. And the winner is... Zap, the most dedicated atheist listener on The Narrow Mind.
I think I might actually be that. Yeah, I kind of enjoy listening to it. It's kind of fun. I disagree, of course, but, that's life.
And our next category for the 2006 I'll Be a Monkey's Uncle Award is for Best Hair on an Atheist. We have 2 nominees. The first one is Chris Hallquist from the Uncredible Hulk website. The second nominee, Kelly of the Rational Response Club. Envelope, please. And our winner is Kelly for her pink hair from the Rational Response Club. Congratulations, Kelly. Unfortunately, Kelly was having a bad hair day, and so she has sent Reggie Finley to receive her award. Reggie, make sure you give Kelly our love.
Really? Oh, okay.
And our final category of the 2006 I'll Be a Monkey's Uncle Award is for Best New Atheist Bumper Sticker / Car Emblem. We have 2 nominations. The first one is for Evolve Fish for their Jesus Save Me From Your Followers bumper sticker. The second nomination goes out to Tony of DinosaurDarwin.com for their fish-eating, truth shark, Christian-eating, Darwin fish-eating T-Rex dinosaur. May I have the envelope, please? And the winner is Tony of DinosaurDarwin.com. Unfortunately, Tony couldn't be with us tonight because he partied too much last night and he's got a hangover. But he wanted to let you know that thanks to the atheist community, the T-Rex dinosaur Darwin is making records for 2006, and hopefully 2007 will be no exception. Remember, go to DinosaurDarwin.com, and he wanted me to let you know that he's still only taking orders from Caucasian. We thank you for joining us on this New Year's Day for the first annual 2006 I'll Be a Monkey's Uncle Award. We hope that you have a great new year. And at Unchained Radio, we always give atheists their props. Until next year, my name is Gene Cook.